Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I'm Sunny Pancholi, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulas for many. And this is what we achieve with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge-sharing community. We have one such multi-industry giant in our today's session of FaceTime with Leaders, Mr. Vivin Kumar. He is an experienced professional with a diverse career spanning over 1.5 decades in global and multicultural environments. He has a strong background in business consulting, specializing in areas such as business process improvements, operational excellence, and value-driven solutions. Currently, he serves as a partner at S&N Consultants, where he has been instrumental in streamlining operations for various clients. He has successfully improved work environments, developed strategies for and introduced new initiatives, assisted in capital raising, and facilitated the rollouts of franchises. Additionally, Mr. Vivin has collaborated with professionals in different fields, including insurance, architecture, website development, manufacturing, and intrusion, to optimize operations and reduce costs. Welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, Mr. Vivin.
Thank you, Sunny, for the wonderful introduction.
So, Mr. Vivin,
it's my pleasure to be on this platform.
Pleasure is ours, sir. So, Mr. Vivin, could you let our viewers know about your journey of becoming a partner at S&N Consultants?
Yes. To begin with, my journey to become a partner at S&N Consultants is not a typical promotion route, but it is of creating the firm. I started S&N Consultants along with my father with a dream of impacting at least 1,000 MSME companies in India and enable them to compete in the global market and eventually become the global benchmark. We started S&N Consultants in December 2017. S&N stands for Sustainable and Novel, and it also stands for my kids' names, Sanchita and Neil. I would like to explain my journey, how I came up on starting my own firm. So to begin with, I completed my bachelor's in engineering in 2004 in Bangalore and started working as a trainee engineer in a small manufacturing unit in Pune called as Servio Enterprises. I worked for 7 months there, where I assisted the manager in supervising the production, vendors, and inventory management. By end of 7 months, I quit there because I wanted to help my dad in his own manufacturing unit in Bangalore. Even though I was offered twice the salary, I didn't take the hike, but I came back to Bangalore to help my dad. For the next 1.5 years, I worked with my dad in the manufacturing unit where I was helping him in digitizing all the drawings, paper, handmade drawings and printed drawings into the digital format. And then I was also helping him in preparing the organization to get the ISO 9001 certification. While I was working on all of this simultaneously, I was preparing for GRE and had applied to universities in USA for my master's. So in 2006, I went to US. I did my master's in industrial engineering from Oklahoma State University. By 2009, I graduated and I started my PhD. However, due to personal reasons, I discontinued at the end of 2010. I maintained a GPA of 3.7 throughout my master's and PhD tenure in US. While I was a student there, I also assisted my professor in a lab called as Industrial Assessment Center. I was a research assistant and received the scholarship and all of that. So in this lab, we did more than 50 energy audits to manufacturing companies in and around Oklahoma. These were small to large companies where we would help them in reducing their energy bills, let it be electricity or gas or water consumption. In 2009, when I completed my master's, I was made the team lead of this in the lab, where I used to help my professor in coordinating the projects, the site visits, planning the entire event, and completing the audits. I also did the hiring and training of other students to become capable and efficient energy engineers. And also taught a course along with my professor. Simultaneously, also got my PMP certification. PMP stands for Project Management Professional. In 2010, due to my personal reasons, I discontinued my PhD and took a job in a corporate called as MCOR Energy Services. In this organization, we were reviewing the rebate applications that Pacific Gas and Electric received from individual businesses for doing energy saving projects. So in the for these projects or these rebate applications, I would review their calculations, audit their premise, and report the most likely savings. I also got the opportunity to do few audits of solar photovoltaic plant installations, solar PV plant installations on various buildings, right from residential to commercial buildings. I also got an opportunity to prepare a tariff to one of the smaller utilities in California, which they wanted to roll out to their consumers. Later in December 2011, unfortunately, due to the market scenarios, the company wanted to reduce costs, so they, as cost-cutting effort, they laid me off. So in 2012, instead of joining other companies, I returned back to India because I wanted to help my dad. And we were facing a court battle against my uncle regarding a property issue. So till 2014, I was juggling between court and also we had invested in an advertising business that was managing the selling advertising spaces in Bangalore. So during that time, I got exposed to the legal system, how the law works, how the courts work, what happens, how are contracts drafted, what are the agreements and legal documents. If something goes to a court, how long it would take, what all happens, the entire experience I got exposed to. And in the advertising business, I got exposed to marketing and accounts and how books can be cooked and how to be watchful and careful is what I learned during that period. In 2015, for 6 months, I consulted with a construction firm to manage their construction and also coordinate with their investors and customers. During second half of 2015, I got an opportunity to consult with a manufacturing firm to improve their production or operations. Before joining the firm, they already had hired another consultant called as VMAX Consultants. So they said if VMAX consultant agrees to have you on board, we do not mind. So I met with the founders of VMAX Consultants. And the first question the person asked me was, you have been away from your core subject for the last 8 to 9 years. And how do you think you will be able to manage with the production people who are doing it on a day-to-day basis? And it has to be hands-on. You might not be able to perform much. So I told him that give me an opportunity. Let's look at 2 months. At the end of each month, let us review my work. And if you like, we'll continue further. And also, you don't have to pay me for the 2 months if you are not happy with my performance. Being very graceful, he said, okay, I'll give you an opportunity. Let us see how you perform. And let's not worry about the payments right now. So there, my journey with VMAX Consultants started. And even to this day, they are my mentors and friends. We work on a lot of projects together. In that company, when during those first 2 months, he saw the way I work with the people, with the employees. I could easily coordinate with the blue-collar laborers who are operating the machines till the CEO of the organization. I knew how to collect information, what information to report, and how it has to be reported and at what times. And I was instrumental in giving the right information for them to take certain actions on certain people or to improve their process and all of that. I helped them in implementing their ERP as well. Later, after the end of that project, my colleagues from VMAX asked me to join their firm full time, and they would be doing the sales, and they wanted me to manage the consulting activities. So my journey with VMAX started as an employee. Till end of 2017, I was working with them. Did 3 to 4 projects. We had a good time. But in the end of 2017, due to market scenarios, we parted ways. We stayed friends, however. But I started my own firm. I wanted to concentrate on the MSME sector because there's a huge potential. And many of them do not have the financial capacity to hire big consultants, but they need the support to grow big, and they have very big dreams. As a result, I started my own firm called as Esteemed Consultants. And once I started off, it was a tough beginning. I had a lot of challenges in terms of getting projects. Slowly here and there, 1 or 2 projects I got, but with some family support, I got few big projects. We did one study for a large steel plant in Karnataka, where our study revealed that they could easily save 5 to 6 crores in demurrages that they are paying to the government. And also in another area, they could save another 3 to 4 crores by improving their, streamlining their operations by proper planning. And the total investment for them to do all of that was probably at the most 1 crore. And the savings would be 6 to 10 crores year on year. So I'm not sure if that got implemented, but the project was only a study project. After that, I got worked in on a lounge company, airport lounge. Then worked with 2 IT firms. I worked with one consulted to a furniture manufacturer. Later, I got a project to manage the overhauling of a steam turbine, 660 megawatt steam turbine in one of the premier businesses of India. So we helped them complete the entire project of overhauling that big turbine within 30 days. So it was a wonderful experience. Got opportunity to work with really talented people. And now I'm working with insurance organization where I'm helping him raise funds and also develop the franchise network. Also working with an architect, construction firm, and working with the IT company to improve their operations and scale up. So in brief, this is my journey to start of S&M Consultants and what I've been doing since the last 5 years since S&M Consultants started. And I have joined two networking organizations to improve, to network and gain more business. One is BNI and the other one is called as Groom Networking Organizations. So this is my journey, Sunny.
Okay, I must say this is an excellent start to this conversation. And okay, so Mr. Vivin, you have handled so intricate and various responsibilities across industries. Is there a common factor that has helped you through all your roles and responsibilities?
Yes. See, the most common factor across industries, right from all sizes as well, right from small company to large company. The key thing is we are dealing with people. Okay. And how we manage people is the most crucial element of the entire business. Human emotions play a major role in how decisions are being taken. And there are a lot of process, activities or technicalities are way many, and there are really intelligent people, very smart people out there to get innovative, to create innovative solutions and execute it. But most commonly, it is that firefighting is the common way of managing things. Let it be a small organization or a multinational company. So managing people is the crucial element. And here I'm not trying to boast, but my ethics, common sense, and my pension behavior to protect or safeguard is a common factor that helped me or guided me throughout. My attitude to not to concede to any challenges thrown at me, and also that there is always a simple solution for any complicated situation, has helped me navigate the many setbacks I have faced in all my projects so far.
All right. So, Mr. Vivin, at any point in your career, have you felt that you had to step out of your area of excellence? However, later you coped?
Yes, I did feel it once when I was working in MCOR Energy Services in San Francisco. Lot of the work that required me was technical, and I had little weakness on the technical part. I was able to manage based on common sense a lot of things, but when it comes to hardcore thermodynamics, I had little challenge on that. That was one time. And again, the next time I felt that was once I started my business. So as I told you earlier, there were a lot of challenges in getting the projects. So during those times when not many projects, or there were times when a couple of months I didn't have any projects at all. So what I did was, those were the times I made use of to improve my knowledge. I took up my green belt in Lean Six Sigma certification. Then I did take up classes for black belt. I didn't apply for the certification, but I wanted to learn what is black belt and how it is done. And then I also completed ISO 9001 lead auditor course. And now in my, whenever I get free time, I'm preparing for this independent director course. So this is what I've been doing. The running a business is not easy. It's a daunting and uphill task. One of my weaknesses is in sales and marketing. So for that, I'm doing a lot of self-learning on theory of constraints, marketing, then on investments, and also on money management. So also, as I mentioned earlier, I have joined networking organizations to improve myself. And I've also reached out to family and friends for help in getting business. Here, I would like to thank my parents, wife, and in-laws for the trust and support they provided. Uh, and my family has helped me get some of the businesses, what I mentioned earlier. With all of this, by God's grace, I did not have to support my family needs as I had alternate sources of income. I always ensure that I always have a good cash flow, whether it is personally in business or also for my clients. So I have come across situations where I had felt I have nowhere to go or I don't know what to do. But in all those scenarios, I went back to books, I took up additional courses, learned more, and always made sure I have something more to offer to people than give up and rest my case. So that's how I coped.
Rightly said, Mr. Vivin. Okay, so my next is very pretty straight one. How and when did you develop an interest in sustainability?
Sustainability. Now, sustainable can be understood in different ways, though it means the same in all areas. What it means is to do something continuously for a long time where it helps many people as well. Around 15, 20 years ago, I saw an ad uh, in which a bunch of people or parents were invited and were given a canvas and many colorful crayons. They were asked to create beautiful sceneries. The parents utilized almost all colors and created colorful and beautiful sceneries. Later, the organizers sent the parents out and invited their kids to come. These kids were given canvases and the leftover crayons and were asked to create the similar beautiful sceneries with the material available to them. After the kids completed the sceneries, they called in the parents and they asked them to check the sceneries the parents created versus the sceneries created by the kids. Everybody was surprised. At the end, they realized that the parents had used up all the colors and the kids were left with only grays and blacks. And some of the sceneries, so-called sceneries, were more of industries, burnt out places, and dark and gloomy sceneries were what the kids did. When asked why, they said, with the available choice of colors and crayons, that was the only thing I could think of. So it was a lesson to us people that we need to be conscious about our environment. Make sure we create such an environment where it will last for long generations. So that's where my thought on sustainability started. And I would say that sustainable means that whatever activity one initiates, ideally that activity has to be done perpetually the same way by anyone who has to do it. And it should be easy to do it and follow it. So planting trees is one of the sustainable activity as multiple generations get to enjoy the benefits of the trees. It also teaches the next generations to repeat the same.
Absolutely.
So that's
Absolutely.
how I started. Yes.
Yes. And you very well put it with the example that you have given. It's a learning lesson. All our viewers who must be watching this video should make down a note of this, and we need to make this planet more sustainable. We need to think of the generations to come and act upon it right now. Okay. So, Mr. Vivin, as an ESG expert, what values do you bring to the corporate world?
Okay. As an ESG expert, from environment standpoint, as I said, we need to be conscious of how we are polluting the environment and how to safeguard it. How to make the planet more green and sustainable. That is one part. The sustainable part, when it comes to the business processes, we have to do it in a way where it is foolproof, simple to follow. Anybody should be able to do the activity, and in any market scenario, we should be able to run the business and come out, strong on the other side of the market scenarios. And on terms of governance, I would always say it is very important how we manage people. So with my different experiences over the last 10 to 15 years, which I explained earlier, I'm exposed to different kinds of people and their perspectives. Most importantly, I learned how to watch my back and how certain people would try to deceive you for personal benefits. To summarize my experience, I would like to mention that though I do not have much of corporate experience, but I have gained sufficient wisdom and knowledge through these years to face any curveballs thrown by the situations at me to protect my clients and myself from any untoward situations. I would call myself as a shrewd and strategic but ethical person who is very conscious of the environment and who would protect the organization from mishaps and prevent the organization from any kind of wrongdoings. I have also installed 0.3 megawatt solar power plant on my rooftop to be green and to generate green power and all of that. So I'm doing my bit to be more environment conscious and sustainable. And with my clients, I make sure they're legally protected, they're doing the right things, they're able to save from operations, and whatever operations we designed that it can be easily managed by any new employee that joins, whatever the experience is, they just take the baton and start running, hit the ground running without having to wait for training. So that is how I've been developing and doing systems. And this is my few words of wisdom or knowledge on with respect to ESG.
Great, Mr. Vivin. Since technology is an integral part of our lifestyle now, here is my next for you. What are the most important changes with technology you have seen in any of the industries you have worked for? And what changes do you foresee with the advent of technology like AI, ML, Web 3.0, blockchain, big data, etc., etc.?
So very interesting question, Sunny. Sometimes it is unnerving about the way the technologies are developing. I'm a little scared of AI to say, reason being, for my generation, probably not much of a scare. For the future generations, I feel that AI can steal jobs of many people. That is my personal fear. I'm not against AI. I'm using ChatGPT for a lot of things, but instead of using people, I'm using ChatGPT. So there goes the point what I try to mention. But I'm all in for IoT, machine learning, Industry 4.0, blockchain, big data. A lot of innovations are always necessary. Only then, as a whole world, we can grow and become better human beings. That's the entire purpose or goal of any human being. Now, as I told you about my fear on AI, uh, it's just not about having these technologies available in the market. There's a huge cost involved in implementing these technologies. Moreover, are the people ready to embrace it? That is the biggest challenge. I have seen companies that have wonderful ERP systems. We have designed ERP systems to meet the needs of the companies. But end of the day, with any kind of ERP you provide, they land up downloading data from ERP and work on Excel. So there is a big gap on these technologies, how it is being implemented and what people are using it for. Recently, I was talking to one of my friends who was working in a data analytics company, who is providing data analytics to some of the large organizations like IKEA and IBM and different industries. He was telling me that they are using Power BI, Tableau software for data analytics, but end of the day, they are going to use Excel macros to pull out some information out of the reports generated from Tableau. It was ironic in why they were even using Tableau and all of that. So my point is the technology is available, but people are still not that familiar in the right ways to use it. So the right implementation is very important. With all these technologies, the key thing is a person should know what to do with the data, what information to pull out. It is not sufficient somebody to just learn the software. So we not only the advent of technologies, we need to see how better it can be implemented and how it can make lives of people easier.
Absolutely. That was so insightful of you. Mr. Vivin, we are building the industry Magnates community for cross-pollination of knowledge and a community of independent directors for better corporate governance in the country. What are your thoughts about these initiatives taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole team of WTC?
It's a wonderful initiative done by the entire WDC team. It would be wonderful to meet people from different backgrounds and experiences across the world and exchange ideas. See, there is no end to learning. It is always a lifelong learning, and every new person you meet has a different perspective, and there is no one right solution for any problem given. The main thing that we require is the attitude to solve it. It is not who has better knowledge. When we are dealing with people, one thing we should keep in mind, and what I always tell them is, I'm not trying to compete about your ability or knowledge versus mine. It is more about your knowledge and my knowledge combined versus the problem. So in these initiatives and these kind of platforms, we are in line with a lot of other experts where we can discuss and try to solve a lot of challenges and problems and make a world a better place to live in.
Great. Great, Mr. Vivin. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will inspire the future leaders. Thank you, Mr. Vivin Kumar, for joining us today. Wish you the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute has unquestionably expanded the participants' understanding and have enriched their minds.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Sunny.